What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. Alright guys, we're going to be doing something a little different. That's right. Hey! Oh my god. Sorry, I got distracted. Really distracted there. Hi, how you doing? Nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. Sorry. Oh, who the hell invited this asshole? I want to talk about something, guys. The devs have been cooking. The devs have been fucking cooking. Excuse my language. I know it's a little late. I'm sick. But I figured I got a little bit of time today to talk about 3 things that I really want to see implemented in this game. Now, I'm saying the devs have been cooking, and I'm really serious. These guys have been killing it with updates lately and communication. And since I know they listen to their content creators and their community, I figured, hey, why not throw a couple opinions out there that are really important to myself and others who are playing this game. So first off, Netmarble, thank you very much for doing a great job keeping this game going. You guys have done a remarkable job keeping us in the loop, keeping us, guessing what you're going to do next. And at the same time, once you know what you're going to do next, you've communicated that with us. Let me tell you guys, I've had dealings with Crunchyroll games, Bandai games. I've had dealings with Tencent. I've had dealings with, you name it, Topjoy, you name it. You think of the biggest gacha companies out there. No one has done a better job than these guys, except for one company. And that one company is Smilegate. Smilegate with Epic 7. It's the only company I can say that came close to this whatsoever when it comes down to actually listening to their community. So I want to talk a little bit about something that's important to me. And I think these things are going to be required in the future for this game to last as long as it has. First off, the most basic thing we're asking for, and I think this is a very important one, and these two, the first two I'm going to talk about are very important because I think they're pretty much going to be hand in hand the 2 most important things that I think this game requires, okay? First off, a preset option for armor. 100% have that in place. I see no reason for this game not to have preset options for characters. It just doesn't make any sense that this game doesn't have that yet. So what I mean by preset, for those who don't understand what that is from a RPG perspective, is let's say you have a set gear that you like on a character more than others, but you want to switch that character's gear out for a minute to test out something else. Well, a preset is essentially the ability to get that unit's armor back on them once you've done your testing or whatever you want, right? That's essentially what a preset is. So for those people who are furious with the fact that the whole ability or inability to save armor sets for characters, I get it. It's frustrating, especially when you're and you guys are promoting, and this, I'm going to say this because I think this is important to note. You guys are the ones as devs who are promoting for us to be able to test out new armors and new builds. So in order for us to do that, we need you guys to make it easier on us. The last thing I want to do is constantly go through every single piece of armor I have and switch it up to 15 different people. Give us the ability to do, here's a breaker set, here's a crit set, here's an attack set, here's a support set, and let us just preset for every character. I promise you guys, the moment I do that one time, I probably won't touch it for a very long time after that. And I think it will save everybody a headache and hassle. And I can probably say for the entire community, we all want this. And if you guys don't, let me know in the comment section, because I'll be shocked. Because I can't be the only person here thinking that as a time saver, we need to have these things in place. It's unreal the amount of time we spend switching armor around left and right. Okay? I think that's fair. I think that's a fair ask from us to them, and I think that's something that Netmarble should be cooking as well too in the future, and I hope they do, because I feel like this is something that's such a basic standard thing in games like this, where you have multiple sets of armor, and you want, especially because you said it, you want people to play with different builds and want to try different builds. So I think it's important, guys, that you guys allow us to do that by implementing quality of life features like a preset armory. That's it. Straightforward. It's not hard to do. I know this because I've seen it in other games with companies that are way smaller than you guys, with games that have way more armor sets, way more armor sets. So that's number one. Now, hand in hand to that, I know you guys are going to get there eventually. And I keep saying this every single update, that you guys will eventually take away the need for costing to remove armor artifacts. Listen, it's not the end of the world for me right now, because yes, it does cost gold, but we have ways to get gold now. But let's be real. If you want to promote us trying different builds, I think the first thing you need to do is kind of look at your own systems and be like, hey, how do we make that easier for everybody, right? First thing you can do to make it easier for everybody is simply by removing the cost for armor. I promise you guys, you will see different builds and different makeups a lot easier and a lot better this way if you guys just do the simple things and put that quality of life feature in. I know you're at plus 15 now, and I know this is gonna work eventually. I know you guys are gonna get to plus 20 eventually, and you'll just be like, you know what, free armor for everybody. Hey, look at that, we're listening. I get it. It's just a matter of like, when is that gonna happen, right? At this point, it's not even about the gold; it's the inconvenience. For me personally, like, it's just annoying to see that extra pop up every single damn time to be like, hey, look, it's gonna cost you this much. Yeah, I get it. Just get over it, you know? So if you're gonna set a preset, I hope you also set a reset on the idea of having yourself make us pay gold to reset armor. I think this is one of the biggest crux in this game, and I think it's one of the biggest complaints you guys will hear from the entire community. Pay to win, free to play, it doesn't matter. It's just annoying. It's just a pointless system in place. And I'm going to be real with you guys. At this point, if you're trying to capture whales, at this point, the amount of money whales have spent on your game, gold is not a problem for them. So if it's because of gold that you guys are holding, or if it's because of spending for gold, if that's what you guys are holding on to, I think you guys are mistakenly doing this wrong. Because right now, the only people that spend on gold are like brand new players. And they easily catch up. Like, look, I've got 55 million on my pay to win. I have not bought a gold pack after the 3rd or 4th day of being a whale. Seriously, I have not. Like, because there's no need. You just get so much of it with those packs. So I don't know if it's because you guys think you're going to make money off of players when it comes down to the gold part. I don't think you will. You're better off selling better packs with, you know, summoning tickets or better ways to get weapons, or hell, separate the weapon banner and let us summon a weapon separately. I think that's a really good one as well. And that was another one I want to add, but that's not as dire as the next one I want to talk about. And the next one, and I think this is very important. This one is, I'd say, just a little bit below the other two. And that is a damage meter. For the love of God, guys, please put a damage meter into your game. I don't know how many more times I have to run tests on my own and count the numbers on every frame, or, you know, just run like POD, but POD is so unpredictable and unreliable as a testing ground that we do need you guys to at least at the very least give a crap about our numbers and our testing. Because not only is this testing helping us as players, but you have to understand, it helps you guys as developers, because we give you guys a lot of data in regards to what you are getting from us as players, and number two, what you guys are going to be receiving in your systems. Like, for example, when somebody uses, you know, a weapon and armor set for Battlefield of Time, I'm only imagining, because it's recorded, that you guys get that data and you have a trending analysis. You say, okay, so what's everybody using? What do we need to buff? What do we need to debuff, right? Like, let me be real. That's something that you guys should be doing for damage meters for us, because we can tell you guys what we need and what we don't need just based off of numbers, man. Like, we do this on a constant, like, me and my testers, we're constantly testing, like, on a constant, like, I'm being serious, on a constant basis. So damage meters should be a bare minimum in these games, like, and not only just a damage meter, but the ability to tell us what is doing what. So for example, if I'm using Jinnu and I'm using Westwind versus Radira Bow, I want to know which weapon is kicking ass versus the other one, so I can switch it out if I need to in order to, you know, maximize my DPS, and then at the same time help you guys as developers understand what you need to buff or what you need to debuff, right? These are simple things. These are simple asks, and I'm telling you, these simple implementations will take your game to the next level. This game is doing so freaking well. I have to, like, I'm floored at how well the devs have done with this, and I continuously praise this game because it deserves the praise. I'm not one. If you go back to any of my old videos, like any of the games I've covered, if a game is shitting the bed, yo, I'm shitting on that game. Why? Because it's just not worth praising somebody who doesn't deserve praise. But this game, let me tell you guys, is doing wonders for the gacha community. And I think at the same time, it could do so much better if it just added in a few more things. That's it. Now, the last thing I did mention, which we'll talk about in a separate video some other time, you know, I think these three things are too important to pass up on. Too important to pass up on. And the reason why I say this is because you're going to allow us as players to utilize the system more and more and more. So prime example, right? So people are using our weapons right now for Battlefield of Time servers because they don't have SSR weapons and they're clearing for first or second or third place. That's amazing. Imagine now we had a damage meter to let us know what those numbers are, right? And how we can tweak things. These are all very important things for us as players, and I can only imagine it's very important as you guys as developers to get those numbers from us as players as well too. So with that all being said, guys, I really hope you guys agree with this. Let them know in the comment section. They do watch these videos. It's clear. They shouted me out in a video. So I mean, they do watch these, you know, us content creators. They do watch us, and I think it's important for us to make sure that they hear our voices through different avenues. Yes, I'm a content creator for some of you. Some of you guys, I'm your daily entertainment. For some of you guys, I'm the most relatable person you have online. And I'm happy to be all of those things, but I also want to be the voice of this game. I've always wanted to be the voice of this game. And that's the reason why I take it so seriously. And for me to be the voice of this game, I need my community to back me up, right? And I want to back you guys up just as much as you back me up. So I think these are very common things that people are asking for. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. But I think these are the big three for me personally that I would love to see implemented in this game. Again, please let them know in the comment section. They do read these things. This is Payne. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.